Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Central Michigan Chippewas, Mount Pleasant, Michigan. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the James Madison Dukes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Central Michigan Chippewas. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Dukes will put 2 to render to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Bobo. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Here's the handoff. Knocked down behind the line, and this defense trying to shut down the running game and set the tone right out of the gate.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Working the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
And the Chippewas come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to pass, it's Myers. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab on the shot. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Just leaves some grabbing air as he gets down to the 35.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The Chippewas come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bobo. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Breaks the tackle. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Back to throw, it's Meyer. He's moving out of the pocket. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
makes the grab. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. Absolute shank. Missed it. Flag on the field, and the kicker's going to have a little bit shorter distance to work with here. There's no real good spot on the field for a roughing the kicker penalty, but I'd say putting the offense in the red zone is extra bad. Give to the running back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, a 4th down.
No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He might want another play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the catch. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that 4th down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
They're going to run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athletic.
And he will score! Touchdown, Central Michigan!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this scrub.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll run this play from the pistol. The give to the single back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He's got him in the flat. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Picks up
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
That was a big first down for this offense. Like, your defense was just on the field a lot. And so to get a first down, to get that clock moving, to get them a little bit of rest, now getting maybe a little bit of a rhythm offensively, big first down for this up.
Wants to throw. It's Gore. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll move the tight end. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Flips it out to the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
Tackled on the play at the 39-yard line. Third down coming.
We've come to the end of the quarter, guys, and Central Michigan has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
Brings up second down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Tight end now in motion. Unloads quickly. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the toss. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
The Dukes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On the move. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, James Madison.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to pass, it's Myers. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Right on the money. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Working that left side. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the Chippewas will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Unleashes one deep. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Dropping back, it's Meyer. On target. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the 1st down.
They'll go back to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Chips. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Return goes out of bounds.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Dukes. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Looking for the tie with the extra point.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Mountain West. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Nevada. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Dropping back, it's Myers. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. The throw to the outside is complete. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Line getting set on 2nd down.
Get set, get set. Ready.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Meyer. Got it in the middle, it's Bobo. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Chippewas will have it 1st and 10.
29.
Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. Working the middle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Chippewas will kick it away to start the second half. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Ball security is so important. Turnovers lose you games, and this guy has put his team in some tough spots. He fumbled last week. He's fumbled again today.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, it just seems as if that ISO play just never really had a chance to develop.
Yeah, but if I'm that running back, good Lord, I'm looking for something. There wasn't any space on the inside, so we tried to bounce it outside and try to make a hole, but sometimes you just run that thing downhill, lower your shoulder, try to get a yard or two, and you bounce outside, you get a loss, and put your offense in a worse situation.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
On the play. Coming up. 4th down.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Chippewas! They take the lead with the 6. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense in.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Returner goes out of bounds.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Back to throw, it's Gore. Hauls it in. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. It's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Running back searching for the hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. That took nerves of steel to convert that 4th down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the 3rd quarter to create some momentum. Help them go crazy. Help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big 4th down conversion.
And the Dukes look to keep this drive humming. Leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Dukes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Dukes can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's got it on the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
3rd down coming.
The Dukes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Gore. They're working that left side. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for loss of yards.
Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Big guy smells it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
As a quarterback, it's never fun getting hit, but it always feels a little bit better when you're able to complete a strike down the field. Nice shot.
And the Dukes line it up with a 1st and goal. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
They'll go to the fullback. Touchdown, James Madison. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bobo. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Myers. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Off the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. It's complete to the right. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch you, big fella.
The Chippewas are facing 3rd and inches. Quickly out to the tight end. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And the Chippewas have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Chippewas are flying down the field.
Come on, set.
Looking downfield, it's Meyer. Makes the grab. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Brings up second down.
And the Chippewas with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They just keep firing. Gets it out quickly. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, this little guy is going to be difficult for any DB to cover, especially on these slant throws, because he gets out of his break and he explodes off the line of scrimmage so quickly.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Rush is on him. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Central Michigan. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
The extra point.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point.
Guys, Oregon and Washington have squared off more than 100 times. Here's an update on today's clash. Washington notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Husky Stadium is worth its weight in gold. Just another week in the Pac-12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Toss to the outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge third down. Makes the grab on the left. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last 2 plays.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback keeps it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. And he's brought down after a nice game.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Gore. Makes the grab over the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I think on offense here, in a 2-minute situation, down a possession, you got to think about taking shots down the field. The quick game, these screens, bubbles, swings, that's not going to work here.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow developing play, eating up seconds. And if you're going to do that, at least you have to be able to get out of bounds. He wasn't able to do it, and now the clock is ticking and ticking away. That is just not the right play call in this 2-minute situation.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game, but it all comes down to this play right here.
Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, James Madison.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Defense still with a couple of timeouts. They can force the issue, make the offense snap it again as they take a knee on this one. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down.
James Madison.
No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Has to get there to move the sticks. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Not all